Can you imagine there are some military units on Earth whose training won't make your head spin? I'm not kidding. Seriously, your head will spin. Yes, you will see everything from playing catch with live grenades to being buried alive underground. Today, the world will remember. 99% of ordinary soldiers wouldn't be able to survive their training. So why the delay? Let's start. First, let's talk about North Korea's 11th Storm Corps. When you see the training of this force, your eyes will pop out. It will feel less like a military operation and more like a martial arts circus. You'll see a soldier leap over another soldier's head, kicking and knocking a teacup away. Another one will be breaking bricks with bare fingers, just like magic. But all this is nothing. The real fun begins when it's time to impress their supreme leader. They will even take stone hits to the chest and endure merciless beatings with wooden clubs. However, no matter how thrilling it looks, in a real battlefield, bullets cannot be stopped, right? But instead of stopping bullets, what if I talk about straight-up breaking bones? Yes, here comes Cambodia's SF-911. There's no brick-breaking game here, no fancy show. Here there is real blood and brutality. The training directly wants to break these soldiers. Yes, literally wants to break them. A sudden punch, a kick to the ribs, hitting, punching, open-handed slaps. Everything seems to be on the soldier's daily menu here. And if your luck is a little worse, you get the special treatment. Yes, maybe there's a method behind this madness. But can war be won just by fighting? Absolutely not. That's why Vietnam's commandos have chosen a completely different strategy. They are, you could say, people made of different stuff. They don't just adapt to the environment. They turn that environment into a deadly weapon. Look at that bamboo pole. It looks ordinary, right? But in the jungle, that's their secret code. Absolutely incredible. Mind-blowing stuff, right? But now comes the real explosion. If you think making a ladder out of sticks is the craziest thing, then look at China's snow leopard commandos. Hearing about them will completely blow your mind. Do you know what they do? They play catch with live grenades. Yes, you heard that right. Where children play with balls, they play with a time bomb. They toss a live grenade to each other as if it were a toy. But no, this is not stupidity. They are China's elite counter-terrorism force. Their only target is to learn to keep their minds ice cold even under extreme pressure. Just think, when you can play with a live bomb, how difficult will defusing a bomb seem? It will feel like a children's toy. All this is nothing. The real fun is about to begin, because now comes the kind of madness that will make you lose sleep. For those who are coming next, even a live grenade feels like a small toy. The Philippine Scout Rangers training program has the highest dropout rate in the world. To join their training, one has to pass through 6 months of pure hell. It's so tough that only 2 out of 10 can make it. In the first test, you'll see instructors forcibly holding soldiers underwater until they're on the verge of losing consciousness. Then, immediately, a spoonful of chili is poured into their mouth, water streaming from their eyes, unable to breathe. In this state, their fear of heights is tested in a final test, where 1 second of mistake means they're out. By the 7th week, more than 50 candidates drop out. But the real terrifying stuff begins at the very end, in the final test. You have to fire live bullets with an M16 rifle at something held by your own comrade. Yes, you heard that right. Shooting directly at a human target. Even a slight tremor in your hand, and it's over. If 6 months seems too long, then Taiwan's Hell Week will show you how all the pain can be absorbed in just 7 days. The name of their finish line is Road to Heaven. Literally, the road to heaven. It starts at 3 a.m. with the most brutal wake-up call. Remember, these soldiers only sleep 5 minutes every 6 hours. Yes, just 5 minutes. And this is just the beginning. After this comes a 25-kilometer run in full battle gear, swimming in dark water, a 6-meter deep dive, and finally, a tear gas attack. And for those who are still standing, the ultimate nightmare awaits. Only 30% of people pass here. To cross the road to heaven, you must crawl over sharp coral with your hands tied behind your back. You cannot use your hands. You cannot stop. And just making it out alive is considered a blessing. But if physical pain is not enough, then look at South Korea's Black Berets. Their training means a sword fight with the most deadly people on Earth. But before this fight, the soldiers are starved for 5 days. And if they ask for food, they have to do countless pull-ups again. Out of 500,000 soldiers, only 5,000 qualified to become a Black Beret. And you will see them attacking their own comrades with a knife, which can only be called sheer madness. But if attacking oneself feels like madness to you, what would you say about South Korea's 707 Special Forces Mission Group? They are the silent death angels of South Korea. By the time you see them, it's already too late. They are modeled after the Delta Force and the British SAS. They can enter a building without a sound and surgically eliminate their enemy. They can even jump into a hijacked vehicle. The craziest thing is they hang upside down to enter through a window, or they create their own path by exploding the wall. Every operator is a sniper and a martial arts expert. And for South Korea's Rangers, let alone breaking down walls, to get their top position, they are buried alive underground. Yes, this is absolutely true. They train for any kind of warfare, hostage rescue, difficult marches, and even 20 hours of simulated capture. And when this torture breaks them down day after day, then comes the final test, being buried alive. The ultimate test of human memory. They have to lie alive underground, and it is seen how long they can last. If being buried alive seems terrifying to you, then Indonesia's Kopassus dolphin exercise should be legally banned. This is a kind of madness that will drive you crazy. You have to crawl through mud up to your knees with limited visibility, and from above, a rain of bullets. Yes, live bullets. And this is not just once, but repeatedly. The goal is to completely kill the fear of death and learn to work amidst real bullets. But do you know what the most terrifying thing is? Using your own teammate as a bullet target. Every operator of France's GIGN is trained to be a sharpshooter, and not by targeting some expensive mannequin. Instead, they practice by firing live rounds an inch away from their comrade's head. And then, even more terrifying, they shoot directly at their comrade's chest, albeit with the thickest ballistic vest on. Here, your only job is to entrust your life to your team and wait for nothing terrible to happen. Fortunately, no accident has occurred here. But remember, only 7% of applicants can make it this far.